Hello wine lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is March 2023 and here's my monthly update. It has been a busy couple of months for me and I've got some really interesting videos coming up. I did a video on the effect of alcohol on health and I'm finished that video, so I'm gonna present that sometime this month. This is a blast from the past. This is the Wine Spectator magazine from May 2009. So I'm going to talk about some of those effects and the current studies on wine and health. In addition, I've done some videos this month on some interesting wines, their value, and not every wine has to be expensive to be interesting. So I've done a video on Rivera's 2021 Bombino Marazze, and also the Cantina Terlaner wine. And these are just really interesting wines to me. I had a great trophy wine night with my buddies, Bordeaux night, so I'll be presenting that. And I also did an interview with Nicolas Longnay of Allemand Longnay, of Alsace Producer, which I'll have on this channel. But if you want some additional content, please go to see my other site, Alsace Wine Journey. I'm doing some tastings of different Alsace wineries as part of the Alsace Millésime Digitasting 2023. So this is put on by the kind of association that supports Alsace wines. They do this every 2 years. They have these digitastings, and it's great for wine lovers like me, so I don't have to travel to Alsace, but I can still taste the wines. So I went through the wines and kind of give you my impressions of each winery. So that's some additional content if you don't get enough content on this channel. If you can see on my channel, I've done a number of videos on Barolo wines. I'm really into that at this point. Hope it's interesting for viewers to see me go through a region of wine that I'm not as familiar with. And I hope that you'll learn and you'll appreciate this learning process, because wine is a learning process. No one knows everything about wine, and you have your individual palate and preferences. So that's what I'm kind of trying to show with a place like Barolo. I picked that because I realized it's kind of a very compact region. It kind of is like Burgundy in terms of its setup, and I find that it's manageable. It's a very kind of manageable area to drink, and I'm trying to do quite a few tastings of Barolo over the next couple of months and building a hypothesis and testing them through tasting. So I do encourage viewers and subscribers to kind of learn with me and taste with me and kind of delve into this area, because you can read as much as you like about things, you can follow all my videos, but there's no substitute for tasting the wines yourself, because only you know your own palate, only you know your own preferences, and that's the fun thing about wine, to kind of taste it, to study it, to get some hypotheses, to kind of go back and test those hypotheses based on your tasting of the wine. So that's what I'm really doing to kind of really understand the region. The other region that I'm going to be focusing on the next couple of months is Chambolle-Musigny. Again, I've just picked out a region in Burgundy. I find that I do like Chambolle a little bit better than Gevrey-Chaberton. Gevrey I find a little bit more, not as soft, a little bit more tannic and a little bit more cherry-like. I find Chambolle a little bit more interesting to my palate at this point, so I'm going to kind of just delve into that region. And I find that that is very useful for me. I kind of get a little bit more concentration in a certain time period on a certain region, and that helps me to learn about that region. If you're in Vancouver, the International Wine Festival is coming up, and I will be attending. I'm actually asking for some media accreditation. Don't know if we can get it, but if I don't, I'm still going, and I will be there on Friday, April 29th. For the international tasting, and I believe I'm also going to be at the Massey wine dinner on April 26th. For those of you in BC, please take advantage of particularly the wine dinners. I find them really useful because you actually get to go through the wines with a representative of the winery. I find the international wine tasting events not as useful because it's crowded, you're drinking a lot of wines, but I'm going to give you some tips about how to get the most out of your wine festival experience, and in particular which wines you should perhaps try at the International Wine Festival. Last part of this video is going to be my shout outs. This month my shout out is going to go to Daniel Boyle and KH. Thank you again for supporting my channel, your comments, all the viewers and subscribers. Thanks so much for first of all viewing my channel, putting up with my ums and ahs and my bad grammar and bad pronunciation and lack of editing. I really appreciate the comments, especially the ones that are so encouraging. I really enjoy interacting with my viewers and subscribers. A lot of intelligent comments, a lot of things I learn about wines from my subscribers. So please keep that up. And so the rest of this video is going to be for BC residents and what's in BC liquor stores this month on sale. Until next time, happy drinking. So for BC residents, here's what's new and on sale in BC liquor stores this month. First one I have for you is from Spain. It's Bodegas Atalaya 2020 Laya. And this is from the Gill family estates, who are good value producers in the region. It's a blend of 70% Grenache, Tintoret, and 30% Monastrell. Good, easy drinking wine. It's going to give a lot of flavor, a lot of punch, good alcohol content. So nice wine. It's priced at $17.99, reduced this month to $15.99. Here we have two great wines side by side. The first one is not on sale. This is the Grey Wacky 2021 Sauvignon Blanc, and it's $36.99. It's not on sale, but it is a notable wine because it's 94 points Wine Spectator, and it's the number 13 wine of 2022. I did have this wine, and it's got a lot of vibrancy and fairly prototypical Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. Grey Wacky is actually named after New Zealand's most abundant bedrock, and then right beside it is their 2020 wild Sauvignon Blanc. So this is kind of fermented with wild yeast, so a little bit different in terms of the texture and kind of the flavors involved. On sale from $48.99 to $39.97. So it'd be kind of an interesting comparative tasting. This is another great deal. It's our older vintage. It's from the 2017 vintage. It's from Two Hands Sexy Beast Cabernet Sauvignon. Reduced from $34.99 to $27.97. The 97 cents denotes a last discount. So I think it's an interesting Cabernet Sauvignon with a little bit of age, almost 6 years of age on it. So that's kind of unusual. It is 89 points Wine Spectator, and I think a pretty decent drink, and with that age is really drinking quite nicely in terms of the drinking window. Next wine is the Vina Carmen 2020 Grand Reserva Cabernet Sauvignon. Vina Carmen claims to be the first winery of Chile, established in 1850. This is a well-priced wine, from $19.99 reduced to $17.49. It's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, of course from the Mapo Valley in Chile, and oaked about 14 months in French oak barrels. Kind of quite a nice value quality wine. This could be quite an interesting wine. It's Trevento's 2022 Malbec from the Mendoza region in Argentina. I don't know how Malbec would taste without its skin. So just from a educational point of view, I think this would be a very interesting wine. It's reduced from $15.99 to $13.99, so it's not that expensive, and you could take a flyer on this. I'm happy to take flyers on kind of under $20 wines, but once you get more expensive, I like to go to kind of established names that I know have got good quality. So this one's nice, Torbreck, very established Australian producer. This is their 2020 Woodcutters Shiraz. And I like this wine. It's kind of easy drinking, popping open, So, you know, and pretty decent price. The discount is good. It's $39.99 reduced to $35.99 this month. I'm finding a lot of value in chili this month. And again, this is a great producer, Montez Alpha. I'm surprised actually that they aren't have a longer history. Only established in 1987, but they've made a great name for themselves with quality value wines. This month, the reduction in price is $24.99 to $22.49 for their 2020 Cabernet Sauvignon. Another value wine with some age on it. This is the Marquise de Castillerie 2017 Crianza. So Crianza means that it's aged 2 years, 1 year in barrels. And so it's got a little bit of aging on it, but it's early drinking and it's already spent about 6 years in bottle now. So you're getting a pretty nice wine that's kind of very affordable. So $19.99 reduced to $16.99. Again, great drinking wine. Everyday type of wine won't kind of break your bank too much. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy drinking.